appreciate you tuning in. We are back here in my 2006 Nissan 350z, and we're ripping it out in wine country right now. I actually have work in like 30 minutes, so I figured I'd put the GoPro on and just go and experience the car for a little bit before I have to be stuck inside for the next like 6 hours. This thing is just so much fun. Getting up and going for a cruise first thing in the morning has got to be one of the most fun things to do. The weather is the best. There's like nobody out on the roads. It's just a good time every time you're in this thing. But anyways, as you saw from the title of today's video, we're gonna be talking about something that is pretty important, honestly, if you're looking for one of these cars. Unless you plan on having multiple cars, is the 350z gonna be a good car to daily drive? Like, can you get in this thing every day and just go to work, go to the grocery store, and just go and do stuff in? Like, is this gonna be a car that you're gonna be able to live with every day and not have something bigger? This is a pretty loaded question because people tend to buy these cars as like secondary vehicles or like a car for the weekend, and most of the time they're already gonna have something that is able to be daily driven if they're gonna buy this for the weekend. But the question here is, can you drive this thing every day and do like most of the stuff you need to do? Okay, so if you're gonna be spending every day like loading things into your car or transporting goods, doing more like outdoorsy work-related things, the 350z is probably not gonna be a very good daily driver for you. I would say like if you're a real estate agent and you're driving from house to house, this is gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna obviously be able to drive this thing everywhere. The only thing I would say is like some houses, they're on some dirt roads, so I don't know if you'd be able to drive this to all those houses. But for the most part, if you work at any job like McDonald's or JCPenney or a yard house, you're probably gonna be fine. One of the biggest things I want to talk about though is interior practicality, because you spend a lot of time in the interior, so you want it to be comfortable, you want it to be nice, you don't want it to be like just hectic in there. Bluetooth radio, good AC, and the car's got plenty of power, so it's fun. I've always thought the 350z had like really cold AC. For some reason, it's just freezing in here, and that, I mean, there's no complaints there. Like, the colder the AC, in my opinion, the better. But it's part of the reason why I daily drive this thing over the Miata, is because the Miata's AC is just not very good. Even fully recharged, 100% working, like the soft top is so thin, it just doesn't do a very good job of keeping the heat out and keeping the AC in. But this thing, on the other hand, has been great. Every single day I get into this thing and cruise around. The AC is cold, the stereo system is awesome, and also for being a two-seater, the interior like cubbies and storage spots are actually pretty plentiful. And like for the Miata, for instance, I have absolutely zero interior cubbies. There's not even a net on the driver door of the Miata. You do have the little table in the back where the convertible top sits, but if the top is down, you lose that too. So this thing, you get the center console, you get this cubby right here. I got napkins and a mask in there right now. You get this double DIN spot where you can put stuff in. I only have the single DIN radio in there right now, so I technically get this like nice cubby. I got some allergy meds and a photo booth strip right here. But then not only that, you have cubbies on both sides, extra cup holders in both doors, along with the two cup holders right here. You have a net on the passenger side footwell. That's where I keep the manual. Oh, let me pull this up here. You get these two storage spots, which is pretty cool. And then not only that, you get this big one right here. That's just like a glove box, because obviously we don't get a glove box on the front. So I think it's pretty cool that they gave us a glove box behind the passenger seat. And then to top it all off, you have the entire rear hatch, which I have a lot of stuff back there. I've got this tool chest, I got that tool bag, I got some rags and some jackets and stuff. But I mean, there's actually quite a bit of room in this thing. And honestly, there's so many cubbies that I find myself like misplacing my rags and my wrenches and stuff. All right, so I'm stopping at the gas station real quick. I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna grab a Monster because I don't have one. All right, just got gas. I gotta look at this thing though. Oh geez, oh geez, in the middle of a parking lot. Oh man, sheesh, bruh. I don't know what else to do with this thing. It just looks too good the way it is. Here, cheers on the Monster, cheers on the Monster, cheers. Oh God, I went to the dentist this morning. My lip is still numb. Man, I can't feel anything. Man, that is the worst part about going to the dentist, is getting numb. It is such a nice day. Oh, look at that. That Lexus, that the LC 500. Dang. I'm still waiting for them to remake the LFA, kind of like the LFA Part 2, or like the successor to the LFA. I hope the LC 500 wasn't supposed to be the successor to the LFA, because I don't know. I just don't think it compete with that beautiful V10 sound the LFA can make, so. Sheesh. Man, I just be be trying to make these green lights, you know. All right, so we just got our Monster. We left the gas station. So alongside of interior practicality is gonna be like fuel economy. I just put $40 in the tank as I was leaving to film this video this morning. As you can see, 40 bucks, not even half a tank right now, and the gas light wasn't even on. Gas prices right now are definitely really expensive. They've been coming down, which is nice, but they're definitely expensive still. In my opinion, I think people make a big deal about premium being like 30 or 40 cents more a gallon, but when you really are looking at it, like you spend 60 bucks and you get premium, 40 cents a gallon extra for 10 gallons is only $4, right? Like I think that's the math. And so the price difference between regular and premium hasn't really bothered me. The best thing is the 350Z gets pretty good gas mileage. It's not like a huge truck or even like a V8 Mustang or a Corvette or something. This is still a Nissan, it's still a V6, and of course they love to consume fuel with the AC on max, and if you're flooring it around every corner, you'll go through fuel just about as fast as everybody else on the road. But if you're just casually cruising like we are right now, and you're not in fourth like I was, the gas mileage is actually pretty good. Like you drop the RPMs down under 2,000 RPM going 50. I personally think that's a pretty good ratio. So honestly, the gas mileage is really not too bad. If you spend a lot of time on the freeway, it's even better. Don't let the gas mileage or the fuel economy be the reason that you don't look at this car or don't get this car, because any type of fun two-seat sports car is probably going to consume a little bit more fuel than, I mean, obviously that Tesla right there, but like, you know, a normal like Nissan Sentra or something. And then also these cars just, you can't help but drive these cars fast and put your foot down basically around every corner. So fuel is just one of those things that you kind of just have to accept when you're driving this thing around. But if you're calm while you're driving and you're not like a complete lead foot like I am sometimes, the 350Z will actually get pretty good gas mileage being only a V6. So the very last thing I want to talk about is like insurance. If you're daily driving this car, you're gonna have to tell the insurance company that you're daily driving this car. And of course, if you're daily driving a 350Z, depending on your age, will change how much you end up paying per month. I just turned 25 years old. Oh, okay, sorry, my GoPro overheated. Had to restart it and chill for a second. But like I was saying, depending on your age, your driving record, and what car you're in is gonna decide how much you're paying in insurance every month. So for a long time, I was actually on my parents' insurance, and I realized once I turned about 20 years old, or maybe it was 19, I found out that it was actually cheaper for me to get my own plan with my own policy. I pay like $100 a month for both of these cars to insure them. So I don't think that's actually too bad at all. But I am 25 years old, and I haven't had a speeding ticket in a long time, and I'm getting that multi-car discount. If you guys want to see more information about the insurance, I'll put a link to the video right here. I made an entire video on basically everything insurance related about the 350Z, how much I pay, the different discounts I'm getting, and the different ones I'm missing out on. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. I'll put it right here. But honestly, overall, to conclude this video, if you're looking to daily drive the 350Z, the really big things are going to be, I can't really put anything big in here, and I also can't take more than one person. So, you know, those are the downsides of it. But honestly, in the 3.5 years that I've owned this thing, all of my friends want to drive their own cars. So I never really have anyone in the passenger seat anyways. It's usually just my camera bag. And then obviously, once I get a girlfriend someday, she'll replace the camera bag. But I feel like owning a 350Z or daily driving a 350Z is pretty interesting, because if you daily drive a 350Z and you have kids, you can only take one kid at a time. And not only that, it just seems kind of dangerous after a while. You start thinking about, you know, when you downshift to go 110, you start thinking about the kids you have back at the house. Obviously, I don't have any kids, so I don't think about that. But like, I can imagine how that would be kind of a big deal to some people that have kids. So what I would say is get the 350Z while you're young. Like, do it anytime between 17 and 25 or 17 and 30, whenever you're gonna have kids. I probably plan to have kids around 32 years old. I want to be like a late bloomer when it comes to kids. So definitely daily driving a sports car when you're young is going to be so much easier, just because you just innately don't have the responsibilities that you would have when you're in your 30s and stuff like that. So if you're determined to daily drive this thing, no matter what age you are, I highly recommend do it, because it's possible. There's enough interior storage, it's fast, it's got great AC, and the sound system is awesome. It's quiet in here when you roll the windows up. So we are here at work. I'm gonna work inside this building basically the rest of today. I'm bottling. So all right, so I'm probably gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you have any ideas of videos you want to see in the future. I know I've talked about this before, but I had to do an updated video because it's probably been about a year. So in my opinion, the 350Z is definitely daily drivable. It's got all the different luxury things you'd want, besides like heated seats, of course, and it's fast and it looks great, and it's a Nissan, so you don't have to worry about putting thousands and thousands of miles on it like a Lamborghini or something, even though the price difference in those are completely different. But like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I got to get in there and clock in. I'm so happy I was able to film this video before I go in. Hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and I'll do my best to answer those for you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.